read about The Reckoning, and you're playing. Like you're looking at me like maybe I got that wrong.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Right. So was there any apprehension about playing Jimmy, or was there because
Let's call him Jimmy Savile. It sounds a bit too familiar to call him Jimmy. Like
Sorry, you're right. But was there any hesitation because I rarely use this term, but he was a monster.
Yeah, and a pedophile.
Yeah. Was there a debate on taking on that role?
Well, I thought long and hard about it. Jeff produced it. And I didn't say yes straight away, but I thought it was very well written. The cast, the supporting cast I had were exemplary, so it had all the right all the things in place to make it something worthwhile and not exploitative or prurient or morbid. So I think it's and the script was very good, and there was a lot of care taken over it, and I felt like I could do it. He provokes a very, very the real revulsion when I said I was doing it. A lot of people wondering why we're doing it, but as all these things, I think people, was a fascinating man and was able to hoodwink a whole nation. Because he was so famous and successful, and was at the time well loved by people before they discovered the awful truth about him. But that by itself is I'm of the mind that to sort of prevent these things happening again, you have to look at them. It's like an uncomfortable process, but you sweep things under the carpet and try and turn your back on someone like this. Then I think a lot of the revulsion is because people feel the whole nation was either hoodwinked or, if you're being less kind, complicit in enabling him to do the nefarious things he did. And so it's important to look at someone like that. I think it's interesting, people play Hitler and play serial murderers and no one bats an eyelid, but there's a lot of consternation about me doing this. But I thought, as an acting job, it was, it's sort of what all actors want to do is play, whatever your views on him, a fascinating, although horrific, but certainly a fascinating figure who really is a manifestation of something else that was sort of deeply wrong in British society. I think that's why it's not just about him, it's about what kind of society lays the groundwork for someone like him to operate. So anyway, I think once it comes out, it'll vindicate itself. I think it's.
I actually agree with everything you said, and I think that it is important for these stories to be made and be told because look at it even today with athletes who do terrible things, and because they make so much money for certain people, they get away with some really questionable things, or the Weinsteins and everything else.
It's about power, yeah.